What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Big Play Ray, and you're about to join me in a product review. Let's get swole. What's going on, guys? Here's the long-awaited product review that I promised you on Dymatize Xpand Xtreme Pump, as well as Gaspari's Nutrition's SuperPump Max. Now, both of these products are pretty similarly priced. You can get both bottles for about 30 to 40 bucks. And as far as the brand, I'm a fan of both brands. Gaspari's Nutrition, I'm a big fan of their Plasma Jet. I used it when I was looking for a nitric oxide that didn't have any stimulants as far as like caffeine and things like that, because I was working at night when I was using it. So it was a goal with me. So I'm pretty sure I was pretty confident in their SuperPump Max. That's why I wanted to give it a shot. And as far as Dymatize, I've used several of their products just to give them a shot, and I'm a fan. I think that they have a lot of quality to them. In fact, I just got through done using their Elite Mass. Got the big jug of their weight gainer protein, and I haven't done a review on it yet, but I'm a big fan of both companies, and so I thought this was a fair assessment. As far as flavor, this one right here was the grape, and this one was their fruit punch. Okay, and both of them taste good to me. You know, to me, all nitric oxides have a little tangy sourness to them, you know, that kind of zaps you in the face when you take them. And both of these had them, but they were easy to go down. It wasn't bad tasting at all. They mixed well. Both of them mixed well. With both of them, I tried to take them before going to the gym. And for me, this is the way I do it. I actually mix my nitric oxide with my protein. The little protein shake that I'll have before the gym. If I'm eating something, I'll usually have a meal an hour before the gym, and then a pre-workout supplement 30 minutes before the gym. But if I don't get a meal in and I actually take a shake, then 30 minutes before the gym, I'll have a scoop of protein, for about 20 grams of protein, and a scoop of whichever nitric oxide that I'm using. And I've gotten great results doing that. Now, that might not work for everybody because it says to take on an empty stomach. But for me, that works. I still see great results with it when I take it with a protein powder. So that worked for me. As far as serving size, both of them last about the same amount of time. You know, last me just under a month or so. There's about 40 servings. 40 servings per container. Both of them have 40 servings per container. So that was a plus as far as the size. And as far as the stimulants that it has, both of them use caffeine as a stimulant. And this is one thing, whenever you're looking for any type of supplement, you're just trying to get the actual breakdown. I kind of hate when they list things in this fashion. They did a good job on it, but it throws you off when you first look at it, because you'll look at it and you'll see just a long list of different ingredients. And then you look over here and it's just a total size. It says that all these ingredients adds up to 11.3 grams. Well, you don't know if there's 5 grams of this and just 2 grams each of this to make up that 11. I like to actually know what is the proportion of each ingredient. But if you look at it, it says that all of this adds up to 11.3 grams. But in parentheses on a few different items, it'll actually break it down and say that it's 2 grams of this. As far as creatine, it only has 1.3 grams of creatine monohydrate. So of that 11.3 grams, 1.3 is actually creatine. So it's nice to know, exactly what you're putting in your body, because if you are supplementing on creatine, then you want to definitely take into account the creatine that's in your other supplements. Don't want to overdose. Don't want to overdose. With this one, it's very clear on here it's very clear the amount of grams for each ingredient of the matrix here. As far as the creatine, it says that it has 5 grams of creatine in it. So it's pretty clear there. And for most people, that is their daily limit for creatine. So if you're taking this one, then you're really not using any other creatine, which for me, I don't like. I like to take my creatine separately, you know, preferably. I mean, there's really no specific time you need to take it, but I like to take mine post-workout, so that doesn't really work for me. But between the two, I would rather use Gaspari's Nutrition, and simply because basically the creatine was a big deal for me. You know, everybody has different goals and stuff with fitness and things, but the creatine was a big deal for me, and I don't know why, but I just felt a little anxiety even after my workout when I was using Xpand. I'm pretty sensitive to stimulants like caffeine and things like that. The only other time I have caffeine is when I drink soda, and that's not all the time. I might drink some soda if I got a burger or a Philly steak or something like that to get down. I'll drink just enough soda to get my sandwich down, and that's it. You know, other than that, during the day I'm drinking water and Gatorade, nothing more, nothing less. So pretty sensitive to caffeine and things like that, but I felt a little anxiety after that. I didn't really care for that feeling. With this one, it was nice and easy. You know, I felt the intensity, you know, from the stimulants. You know, I felt the intensity. I was able to focus. I like the way my pumps feel with this particular product. You know, a lot of people say that you don't really get pumps from nitric oxide. I do. When I go do a workout, let's say for instance I'm doing bicep curls without an NO, and then I go in there and do that same workout another day with nitric oxide, it just feels totally different. You know, not going to get into the scientifics of it all, but I like the way nitric oxides make my skin pump, make my muscles pump. You know, filling them with blood and stuff. They do a good job of it. So that's that. Let me see. Oh, a pretty big point in my opinion about these particular products is that neither contain that 1,3-methyl, 1,3-dimethyl. The 1,3-dimethyl is getting a lot of airtime in fitness, in the fitness media right now. You know, as to its safeness, you know, or effectiveness. Well, the effectiveness has definitely been proven, but as far as the safety, there's a lot of airtime in the media about that particular ingredient, and neither one of these have it in it, so you're good to go if you're looking for that. You know, if you're trying to find a nitric oxide that does not have 1,3-dimethyl. If that's it, oh, the other thing. All right, so this particular one here, I can't figure out why, but I had to use the restroom, and I'm not talking about I ain't having gas. I had to go when I took this particular supplement. I had to defecate. I don't understand that. In fact, No Explode does me like that. I'm not a real big fan of No Explode. I think they overdo their stimulants in No Explode. I've used them a long time ago. I haven't cared to use them again. But did the same thing with this one. I had to go, but I just take it a little earlier now and wait for it. I might just be chit-chatting around. I might not really get into my workout until I know it's, because it comes without a doubt. I gotta go when I use this particular supplement. So I just wait for it. I really like this particular brand, and I just if it wasn't for the anxiety that I feel afterwards, I would like this one too. But you may not have that experience, so Dymatize might be your particular one. But for me, I'm sticking with the SuperPump Max. I enjoyed that. I'm gonna roll out another video about. I'll probably go into a little bit more detail. There's been several channels about it that talk about the 1,3-dimethyl, but I'll break it down in another video and show you an example of some of the supplements. I have used one before that has that ingredient in it, and you know what you should know about it. Okay, so there you go. I hope this helps you, and that now you all can go out there and get swole.